right, everybody, welcome back. We are diving into something a little different today, but super fun. It's
Hmm.
the Elf on the Shelf. So many of you wrote in wanting to talk more about this. I know a lot
Yeah.
of families do this tradition, so
Right.
so I'm really excited to dive into this. We got a piece about the magical adventures of the Elf on the Shelf,
Oh, nice.
um, and I thought we could kind of unpack that a bit together.
Yeah, sounds fun.
See, if we can get some ideas, for our own families for
Definitely.
this holiday season coming up. So.
Hmm.
Yeah. One of the things that I thought was really interesting
Yeah.
um, is talking about how, Elf on the Shelf, it's really a family activity, right?
Yeah. It
It's all
is.
about bringing families together,
Yeah.
especially during Christmas
Hmm.
and the holidays.
Hmm.
And it's funny because they actually talk about like mischievous antics
Uh-huh.
and festive moments of magic.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but that just made me think like, you kind of picture these elves like getting into trouble,
Cool.
and like making messes and doing all sorts of.
And like causing a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, yeah,
You
exactly.
know, but like good chaos.
Yeah.
Like fun chaos.
Holiday chaos.
Yes, holiday
Right,
chaos.
exactly. It's like their own little Christmas party that we're not invited to or something.
Exactly. And it's fun. You know, it's interesting because this whole elf on the shelf thing,
Hmm.
it's really blown up in the last, what, like decade or so.
Yeah, I feel like it's become so popular.
Yeah. And you think about it, it's kind of tapping into this like resurgence of, imagination and
Totally.
like wanting to, make believe again.
Exactly. And I think especially during the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
people are really craving that.
Yeah, for sure.
That kind of return to like childhood wonder and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And like interactive traditions, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not just like putting up a tree anymore.
Like
It's like, how can we make this like a whole experience?
right, and the Elf on the Shelf kind of gives you that like framework for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But okay, so there's this really cute scene that they describe
Oh, yeah.
in this piece. And it's like the elf on the shelf is like riding
Mm-hmm.
a glittery reindeer
Okay.
through a miniature Christmas village,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I love
Can
it.
you even imagine?
That's so cute.
Like, how adorable is that, right? Like, you
Yeah.
got the elf with like a little cheerful expression,
Mm-hmm.
this reindeer that's probably like sparkling,
Oh,
all these like tiny little houses,
yes.
and they're probably like snow dusted and stuff.
Yeah, and maybe they're like little carolers or
Oh,
something.
for sure. Yeah.
That would be adorable.
Like, so are they singing Christmas carols as they're like flying through this village?
Exactly.
I know. I love that imagery.
It's so whimsical.
It's so whimsical.
Yeah.
And they actually mention that there's like a story behind
Oh, really?
this whole scene. So do you have any like thoughts about what that story could be?
Oh, that's such a good question. Um, well, it kind of goes back to that idea of
The elf is Santa's scout, right?
right, right.
So they're like keeping an eye on things,
Yeah, exactly.
making sure everybody's behaving,
Hmm.
reporting back to the North Pole.
Reporting back to Santa,
Yeah,
making sure everyone's on the nice list.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe this reindeer ride is like
Yeah.
a little reward,
Okay, yeah.
after a long night of like,
Working hard.
working hard,
Yeah.
like spreading Christmas cheer.
Right.
He's like, all right, little buddy, you've earned this.
You deserve a little fun.
Yeah.
A little joyride.
A little reindeer joyride through the village.
Exactly. I love that.
I love that.
That makes me so happy.
Okay, so the piece actually gives us some like
Nice.
creative ideas,
Okay.
which I think is so fun.
Yeah.
And one of them was like recreating that reindeer scene that we were just talking about.
Wow, that's a good idea.
I love that.
Like, oh my gosh, the kids would go nuts for that.
Yeah.
If they came downstairs and they're like,
And they saw that.
oh my God, the elf is riding a reindeer
That's so fun.
through the village.
Yeah, and I bet you could get really creative with it.
Oh, totally.
Like use different materials,
Uh,
like construction paper or cotton balls for snow.
oh yeah, and like glitter. And like,
Glitter for sure.
yeah,
Lots of glitter.
like type cleaners maybe you could make. Like,
Oh yeah, like a little fence.
yeah, a little vest.
Oh, something.
Or like little reindeer reins,
Oh, that's cute.
right? Like out of a pipe cleaners.
I love it.
Oh, that's so fun. And then you could even have them like help
Yeah.
build the village, right?
Definitely.
Like that's a whole family activity.
Yeah, and it's like, it's fun and it's festive,
Yeah.
but it's also like they're learning.
Right.
Like they're using their fine motor skills.
Yeah. They're thinking creatively, they're problem solving.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
how do we make this reindeer stand up? You
Exactly.
know, like, how do we make this whole thing work?
Yeah, what materials can we use? How
Yeah.
do we make this look realistic?
Right?
It's so
You ever
cool.
disguise learning,
Exactly.
cheeky
Yeah.
learning,
Yeah.
sneaky learning. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so something else that I thought was really sweet
Yeah.
was the piece talks about how the elf can be like Santa's little helper. You know,
Oh, I like
they
that.
can wrap tiny gifts
Oh, that's so cute. I love that idea.
or like write letters.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Right. Like, how cute is that?
Like a little tiny letter from the elf.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Like, oh my gosh. I think my kids would freak out
Yeah, mine too.
if they got like a little elf-sized,
Yeah, a
record,
tiny present
you know?
wrapped up.
Yeah, and you know what's nice is it's like adding that personal touch.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, it's not just about the elf moving every night.
Right,
It's like the elf is actually like interacting with
Yeah, and engaging with the family.
the family.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And like leaving little things.
Yeah, like leaving little surprises.
Right. And it just builds that anticipation, right?
Totally.
It's like, oh my gosh, what's the elf going to do tonight?
What's he gonna leave?
What kind of mischief? What kind
Yeah.
of magic?
Yeah.
You know, like what's going to happen?
It just makes it so much more magical.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I love that.
This has been awesome.
Yeah, this was fun.
I feel like I've learned so much about Elf on the Shelf.
Me too.
Um, and it's not even just about like, you know, the fun and the creativity. It's also
Yeah.
about like, you know, the meaning behind it and like the
Yeah.
developmental benefits for kids.
Totally. Like you said, sneaky learning.
Sneaky learning. Yeah.
It's happening.
But yeah, I think it's just a good reminder that
Mhm.
sometimes like the simplest traditions
Yeah.
can have like the biggest impact, you know?
Yeah.
And it's really all about like fostering that imagination,
Yeah.
the connection with your family.
Yes.
And just like bringing that magic back
Yeah, that holiday magic.
to the holidays.
Yes,
So
dear.
I love it. So I think to wrap things up,
Okay.
I have one final thought for everybody.
Okay. I'm ready.
As you're like getting ready, you know, for the elf on the shelf
Mm-hmm.
to arrive at
Yeah.
your house,
Yes.
think about this.
Okay.
What if
Yeah.
your elf
Yeah.
had like a unique backstory,
Oh, interesting.
you know,
Okay.
or like a personality
Mm-hmm.
that like only your family knew about?
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Oh,
So it's like your own little special thing.
yes. Like
Yeah.
a family secret
Yep.
almost.
That's so fun.
Like maybe your elf is like really into, I don't know, like baking.
Okay.
So he's always like,
He's always getting into the
yeah,
flour.
or like leaving little cookie crumbs
Oh,
around,
that's cute.
you know, or like maybe your elf is
Really into music.
okay.
And so maybe you'll find him like,
Mhm.
you know, up on the piano,
Okay.
like playing a little song.
That's so cute.
You know,
I love that idea.
just think about that.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of personality, what kind of backstory
Yeah.
would your elf have?
Yeah, what kind of mischief?
And like, what kind of mischief would they get into
Exactly.
based on that?
I love that.
Right.
That's such a fun idea.
So just remember, like,
yeah.
have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Be creative.
be creative, make it your own.
Make it your own.
And happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holiday.
I hope you have a wonderful,
Yes.
magical season
A magical season.
with your elf on the shelf.
With your elf and